The common sense tells me that you men don't give a flying fuck, and why would you? But I cannot stand when I create one of these videos and there's like one little tiny thing on my foot. You know what I mean? It's like my whole foot is nice and white and smooth and not dirty at all, and I just took a shower, and then the little black thing, you know what that was? It was a little seed. That's why even when I went like that, it stayed, it was stuck on my toe. So that video, like both my feet are nice, clean, and smooth, and you know, as smooth as they can be. I told you, I have a rough patch down here, but just on the one foot skin, but anyway, as good as they can be, my feet are. And then there's that little black dot. So it annoys me. It shows me I really have to be careful. Like, if I don't want it to be like that, I have to really, really, really just make sure there's nothing on the bottom of my feet. I stayed up all night yet again, but I didn't drink, you know. I do want to get that night refill that Joe swears by. It's nice if you can get something that someone you trust uses, because I've learned, and other people have written to, and people have, I don't know if it was featured on a news special on my news, but I think it was. You can't trust. Can't trust a lot of times the on like reviews and things like that, you know. Sometimes they're faked, or the company themselves puts something like, you know, they're lies and they're faked and they're pug dog. I love you. You know, my news had a special where, you know how we always click on I agree to the terms of service, not just for Facebook and YouTube and all of these, but also even when I sign up, because I want to write comments, say under the Washington Post or the LA Times or Fox News, whatever, you're agreeing to terms of service. My news was saying no one ever reads those things, but if you read them, you see you're giving away all your rights to your material. It says things like YouTube can retain your material even if you've deleted it and all this crap, and they have exclusive copyrights to it, and there's no recourse, because like Manu said, you have a choice to either say I accept the terms of service or I don't. Nothing's for free in this life, in other words. Okay? They get you either way. They get you. And they're allowed to, you know, I'll always see, like, you're giving us permission to view this or that or whatever, and then they share that information with sites to want to you know, not cater, they want to, oh, what the fuck's the word? Gear their advertising towards your likes and dislikes and whatnot, what you like. They want to gear their advertising towards that. And these sites that you want to be a part of, and you agree to the terms of service, and you don't even read what those terms of service are, they retain like copyright of your info, and they use that info and sell it to others, to advertisers, so the advertisers can find out what to try to, you know, push on you or have pop-up ads and all this crap. So, very interesting. But the whole point is, you can say no. You know, no one ever reads those terms of service. They agree to them. They agree to them. And if you ever read it, you'd be shocked at what the rights you're giving away to your material and whatnot. I guess on Facebook or something, I don't know what it was, but on one of something, they have exclusive rights to do anything they want with like your picture that you post, and because you're choosing to use their free site, you know, so nothing's for free in this life. Nothing's for free. See, and that's not going to stop me from, we have to understand in this day and age, nothing's private, nothing's for free, nothing's, you know what I mean? You can either choose to be a part of it all or go off the grid, figuratively speaking, by not being involved in the internet at all, you know. Most people are not going to do. I agree to terms of service all the time because I start reading comments under articles, under news articles that fascinate me or shock me or whatnot, and I want to write my own comment, and I can't do it unless I sign up for whatever site it happens to be, and they all have terms of service. Do we ever read them? No, we don't read the terms of service. Because why bother? That's why my news featured that. Did you ever read those terms of service? They're scary, but there's no recourse. You can either click I agree, and then you get to be a part of that site, or you go on your merry way, you know. So, nothing's free in this life, oh Malou. I know it, but do you? You say that's not true, Mama. I get everything for free. Yeah. But what you give in return is unconditional love. See? Sad to say I haven't walked him in quite some time. Actually, I'm not sad to say I don't give a fuck. Before we know it, the weather will be warm and we'll be walking every day again. So, wait, let me look. Let me look. Okay. What was that? I know you're a pain in the ass, but I need to make sure it's not a tick. No one needs to make sure it's not a tick. Come here. I know. Oh my, come here, honey. Let me look. Look. Maybe it's just, I don't know what I saw. Admit, I like that he's this color, because it makes it easy to find shit on him. What did I just see? Did I see nothing? Am I crazy? You don't want me to look at anything, that's the problem. Alright, maybe I saw nothing. Maybe I thought I saw something. I know, you hate everything. You hate everything, especially now that you're blind. I stayed up all night again because I wanted to create some videos. I wanted to create some videos that I knew you guys would like. Fairly certain you like them. Actually, I'm pretty positive you like them. At least this last one I did. I haven't done a kitchen floor video in quite some time. Hi, baby. saw a bit of his darkness in his fur, probably.
I love Mr. Pug. I put another pug in the jukebox, baby. Mwah.
So we stayed up all night, but I didn't drink. I feel like no matter how much I check, it winds up being something on the bottom of my foot. It's driving me nuts. I'll be able to see this one very good anyway, because I'm not plugging in those lights. I'm going to bed.
You stepped on Mama's hair. I love Mr. Pug. I put another pug in the jukebox, baby. Mwah.
Anyway, yeah, I've been very bad this winter about walking him. But that's how it generally is every winter anyway, you know.
That's what it is every winter. Pretty soon we'll be walking again. Yes.
Let's take it easy on him anyway, because he's old now, you know.
Take it easy on the pug. The pug is old now. Yes, the pug is old. I was looking at pictures of you when you were only a little baby. We just got you when you had you in the pen that Donald built. Yes, you had a dip in the pen, a little pug. And you playing with a shoe. And you playing with the big Donald shoe, big daddy shoe, yes. And you just the size of your head now. And you're in the bathtub and you're in the bucket. You took a bath in the bucket. You're in the bucket. You took a bath in the bucket.
Actually, I don't think we didn't give him a bath in the bucket. He took a bath in the bathtub. There's a picture of him. He's just this tiny thing. I think the bucket was to weigh him or something. I don't know. I need to go to bed. I need to stop staying up so late. I need to call Comcast. I need to solve the mystery of why I had Nightline set to tape one night. Okay, this is a mystery actually. I had Nightline set to tape. Okay, so if it's set to tape, I assumed even if I shut the TV off and unplugged it and all that, it would still tape because it's an internal thing, right? And then I went to watch it the next day, and it had only taped up to what I had watched. It didn't tape the rest once I unplugged the TV. Okay, well I'm like, okay, that's all fine and good. That's how it works. It's not going to tape anything if the TV is in Comcast box, if it's unplugged. Okay? I understand that. That's the choice I make. To unplug it at night, and it's not, if I unplug it early, it's not going to tape my Nightline. It's on at 12:30 something. Okay? So I'm thinking that that's the case. Then the power goes out, and for those 36 hours, I'm thinking, oh, it didn't tape any of my stuff that I have set to always tape. And lo and behold, it did tape it. So I'm like, okay, what's going on? Why didn't Nightline tape that other night? Doesn't make sense. I'm going to do an experiment. Alicia, Laura likes to do experiments, okay? So I'm going to do a test. So last night I did a test. I unplugged, I set something that's on like at 3 in the morning to tape, to record, and I unplugged everything as I usually do, and guess what? What, Laura? It taped. So I'm not understanding it. I don't get it, why that night it didn't tape, but now since then it has taped. So I was going to ask the Comcast people, but you never know who you're getting, you know. and they're probably not even going to know what the fuck I'm talking about. I hesitate to call, but knowing me, I probably will call anyway, because I really don't understand why my Nightline didn't tape that night. It's no different. You understand? It's no different. It's no different if I shut it off mid-watching it. If it tapes internally, it should have continued to tape once I shut off everything. Otherwise, why would it tape during the storm when everything goes off? And also, it taped. I could try one more experiment, because remember, I like to do tests. I could try taping something in the middle of the afternoon, mid-watching it, and shut it off mid-watching it. So I've set it to tape, say, Ellen at 3. I've set Ellen to tape it, even though I hate Ellen. Just by the way, I hate Ellen. I don't like that show. Stop it! Oh my, knock it off! No! So I could set Ellen to tape at 3 o'clock. And then midway through, say at 3:15, I'm sorry, I could set it to tape, and then midway through, unplug everything and see if it continues to tape. And if it does stop it, it means that when my Nightline did not tape that night, and I wanted to see what that was too, so I was pissed that it didn't tape. But I wanted to go to bed, and it was another 15 minutes or something. I just assumed it would tape. But if I try that experiment and then it tapes, then I know that Nightline didn't tape that night. It was a fluke. It was just some weird fucking shit, I guess. I don't know. I'm happy. Don't get me wrong. Just because I want to solve the mystery, but I'm happy that it taped. Now I know it tapes. I can unplug everything and it'll still record. You know. I'm happy about that, but I still want to find out what happened to my Nightline that night. And plus, that made me think that nothing was going to tape anymore, that I can't shut up, unplug everything like I've been doing, and that was a fallacy. So I'm going to try to get to the bottom of the mystery. But if I try this one last experiment where I do exactly what I did that night I was watching Nightline, basically it was, Nightline's only a half-hour show. I watched the first thing on the guns, whatever, and then the second thing wasn't on that, on gun control, whatever. The second thing was on this woman who's, I don't know how to explain it, but I just wanted to see it, and it didn't record. When I go to my recordings, it shows it only that first 15 minutes, actually 17 minutes. The last 13 doesn't tape. It doesn't make sense. So if I try it doesn't make sense, period. Even if it's that I shut it off mid-thing, it shouldn't matter. If it's going to tape internally, it should do it regardless of what I do. If I unplug the TV, if I plug it back in, if I do this, I do that, it should always tape. So I'm going to try an experiment, but I have to do it in the afternoon because I'm going to get to the bottom of this mystery. How I feel is there's so much. That's what I would say to Joe. There's so much fucking shit in this life that I can't know the truth. You understand? About which I cannot know the truth. We can't know the truth. No, there are people who know the truth, but we'll never know. The general public will never know the truth. See? So stop it! Stop it! No! No! Stop it! Leave the blanket alone. I gave in and fed him early because I don't want him waking me up. I want to go to bed and sleep and sleep and sleep. Anyway, there's so many things in this life about which I'm not privy to, just knowledge that I'll never be privy to, that things I can know or at least try to find out about. That's where I'm coming from. That's why I do it. Do I ever drive people crazy when I want to know shit? Sometimes I do, actually. I do. I can't give you a specific example, but there are sometimes things that I have a right to know, and I push the issue with public people. You know, this is something that I have a right to know, and I want to know. You know? I'm going to solve the mystery. I can do it all on my own. And if in the end the conclusion is that for whatever fucking reason it just didn't tape that night, continued taping, but I redo the same. I do a similar thing that I did that night. I do it in the daytime, and it's like Sharon say, similar is identical. If I shut it off midway through taping, if I unplug everything, and then it'll either continue taping or it won't. And if it does, then I'll never know why that nightlight didn't tape that night. So it was just a fluke and not how it would normally be. Didn't make sense to me anyway. It should be internal taping. It shouldn't matter if your TV's unplugged, plugged. It shouldn't matter at all. If the Comcast box is plugged in, not plugged, it shouldn't matter. It should just be internal. Alright. I'm hoping that this video didn't have some mystery debris on the bottom of my feet. Mystery debris on the bottom of my feet. You see, I don't like that. Don't like it at all. I don't like looking at my feet and seeing. When I watch the video, and I don't like looking at the video and seeing the bottom of my feet has on it some mystery debris. It fucking annoys me. The end. Good night. I'm nuts. Bye-bye. Maybe right. I may be crazy, but it just might be a lunatic you're looking for. Turn off the lights. Don't try to save me. You may be wrong. Oh, I know, but you may be right. The irreplaceable, the unforgettable, the legend, Billy Joel.